All right, let's have a look at this Moose on Caffeine video then, shall we? It's been a while since we watched a Moose on Caffeine video. We got ranking the most popular gacha games of 2025, Gacha Games 2025 performance tier list. So I'm assuming, is this based on revenue? Or is this going to be based on critical reception, maybe? Moose has got some base takes, actually, when it comes to the games that he likes. So let's see what he's got to say.
Welcome back. What a year it has been for Gacha gaming. We've seen some
been a big
absolutely
year.
abysmal dogshit from things like Genshin Impact, Snatlan, and the rise of some insanely peak games like Reverse 1999 and Olympus Company.
Yes.
So while I did make a top 5 Gacha games of 2025 video last month, I do also want to give my final opinion about every popular enough Gacha game's performance in 2025. Okay. So over here, I've got the most prominent
Newsflash, it's
Gacha games in 2025, and this is the Gacha Games 2025 performance tier
he's
list.
the biggest advocate of Battle Cats on YouTube,
I
right?
want to talk to you about. Creating these videos over the past 2 years has been super fun, but it's also a lot of work. So help me make more content for you by checking out Raid Shadow Legends. I'm sure you all know about it at this point. It's a fun fantasy themed turn-based.
They keep reaching out to me, man. I'm kind of just tempted to take it, man, just for the fun. Like, because I think it's just a funny fucking sponsor, man.
RPG game, all about collecting characters and fighting powerful enemies. It's got all the RPG game essentials, tons of amazing gameplay, and incredibly fleshed out endgame content. So, if you're a fan of this stuff, you're going to love it. You'll also get rewards valued at more than $200
is the best gacha game in your opinion. That might be my opinion as well when I do this one, so.
Comment. It's free, you won't regret it, and I would really, really appreciate it. Now let's get on to the content. Again, let me reiterate, I will only count 2025 performance, no future leaks, no 2024, no 2023. The list has 5 tiers. Glaze-worthy performance for games that have completely gone beyond expectations.
We know what Arknights has got to be in there, right?
We know who, and we know who. Amazing year is for games that didn't quite blow expectations out of the water, but simply had some revolutionary performances that really stood out, and you would have been quite a loser to not play those games during this year. Unremarkable performance is for games with an unremarkable performance, and the disappointment tier is for games that did the opposite of glaze-worthy, and while they exceeded expectations, it was in the opposite direction. Genshin Impact is one such game. Holy Natlan was terrible.
Can't really comment on it.
While Nerdcry seems to be an
Can't comment on Genshin now. Haven't played it since 2023. Stopped it in Azuma. Again, I'm that person. I'm on there. You know, more time than I spent with Genshin. I had fun, man. I've got nothing bad to say about Genshin, I haven't.
Improvement over that dumpster fire, and while we are getting old unit buffs which should hopefully kill any meta concerns other players had, and is actually already more than Honkai Star Rail's dog-ass unit buffs, but there is nothing else to compliment about Genshin's 2025. And trust me, I really tried looking hard for something remarkable, but anything that was exciting, like characters like the members of the Hexen Circle getting revealed, it was outweighed by things like whatever the hell Astro Wonderland is, and obviously Natlan, which was most of 2025, unfortunately. I have no reason to put Genshin anywhere above disappointing. Although I do believe that in 2026 there is a pretty solid chance for Genshin to actually have an amazing year, depending on what they decide to do. We'll see in approximately 365 days when I remake this video. On the other hand, its competitor has had an amazing year. Of course, I'm talking about Wuthering Waves. While I definitely don't want to sound like a Kurobot, but Wuwa's year completely blew Genshin's out of the water, although Wuwa definitely had some issues like a few character kits and weapons here and there being badly designed, bad events for a large stretch of time, and—
Bro, Zani was such a fucking fumble, right? Such a fumble. Because, like, one of the most anticipated characters and now fumbled the fucking bag with their kit, man. Such an insane fucking move for me from Kuro, that was. Because, like, when we first saw the 2.0 characters showing off, right, like, everybody was simping so hard for Zani. I thought she looked good, right, but she wasn't my favourite. Like, fucking Carlotta was my one that I was just like, holy shit, right? But everybody was like so into Zani. It was such a wild thing, the way they kind of fluffed her, you know? But I suppose the way she was designed, you know, probably helped the bank because she was specifically designed to, you know, really help the sale of another character, wasn't she? But Nodcry was well received though. Compared Nodcry, fuck knows. Is that even out in Genshin? I don't even know where Genshin is. Be careful what you say here, pigs. Zani is a full-type character. Zani sold so many Phoebes. True. True. Not crazy well received by the player base. I don't even know where Genshin's at, man. Where the fuck is Genshin even at? Like, I can't even speak on Genshin in that regard. That's why I never really speak about Genshin. I don't know what the fuck Genshin's doing, if I'm honest. I don't even know what Genshin's doing. That's why, like, I know people tell me you can't speak on Wuthering Waves, bro. But like, I've got more of a connection with Wuthering Waves than I have with Genshin. It's been so long since I played Genshin, right? And I just haven't really kept up with what's going on. So like, I don't even fucking know. It's been out for a few months, has it? Okay, all right.
With Whimpering Waste just being terrible, it definitely outweighs that with other aspects of the year, like the events we got in other stretches of time in the year, like the 2.4 Banners Never Fall event specifically, and the 2.8 events, which were actually really good. The character designs were mostly good, unlike a lot of Genshin's Natlan designs. This year was definitely the year WoWa solidified itself as a giant in the space. This year was way more than remarkable. It was amazing. Now, Honkai Star Rail is definitely
I think the character design is massive positive for Wuthering Waves.
I quit the game this year, obviously, so I'll find it disappointing. The highlights, or I guess,
do you know what, for me,
Star
Rail is a disappointment for me where Star Rail's at and where it started to go. Because, like, again, for me, I still go back to Bellabog, man. Was like, I think Bellabog, for me, that part of HSR, I probably enjoyed that more than any of Wuthering Waves, Genshin, right? I think the only game that's like I've enjoyed as much as, if not more, has been Arknights within the gacha space I'm talking about, right? Because Bellabog was so fucking good. It was so good. So I suppose I'm a little bit more disappointed where HSR went. But again, I stopped playing in Panic on it, so again, you know, I can't really say much story-wise, right? It's more gameplay. I think I expected too much from Star Rail, because, like, Bellabog was so fucking good, man. I thought, like, it was only going to get better and better and better. You know what I mean? But I always feel like, again, I haven't played the game for a while, so I can't say this is a true statement, right? It's just, like, the way I view the game from somebody who stopped playing it is it felt like Bellabog was the peak, man. But every game has its peak, right? You know, there's always a peak in everything. You know, doesn't mean that everything after that is bad. But yeah.
The Fate collab, which is probably one of the worst culture collabs of the year, where contending against
apparently I like that.
R19.
Apparently, according to commenters, I really gassed up the Fate collab.
99 x Assassin's Creed and Limbus Company x Arknights, and we expect HSR x Fate to receive a good score. Obviously, the power ceiling issue has become worse as well, and will continue to get worse with units like Dahlia that just break the game further, pun unintended. I've discussed this a billion times already.
Yeah, I don't even know where the mech is at anymore.
Content has also been super dry, although the Currency Wars event is actually really, really good. There are two things I can compliment HSR on when...
Yeah, but like when I first started playing Star Rail as well, it felt like it was the game that had the best endgame stuff as well. When I was playing it.
It comes to this year, which are the Story 3.3 and After, and the Currency Wars event. Otherwise, there's nothing that I would find remarkable, and a lot of things that I would find very disappointing, so it's a disappointment. I also have no hopes for next year. At most, it will be unremarkable, mostly also because of the politics surrounding it, unfortunately. Similarly,
yeah, it does suck.
Is one...
It is a shame. Like, it's kind of got cooked out with what's happening in the geopolitics between China and Japan at the minute, hasn't it? It's a shame.
As well. Although, I don't want to make a final judgment about this game because I have been hearing loads of good stuff about the recent updates, and I would love to try it out again soon. So, while most of its 2025 performance has been disappointing, I am looking forward to see what it does with 2026. Looking at Zenless Zone Zero next, while I do think the game itself is really, really good, its performance in 2025 has been completely unremarkable. No collapse to speak of, a really boring story, pretty bad character design from where I stand, but at least the gameplay experience is really good.
Damn. I really like ZZZ's character design, man. But again, I haven't played properly since 2.0, right? But for me, like, I like Zenless, man. I think Zenless gets far too much hate. And I actually genuinely think it's kind of underrated. Like, you know, there's a lot of gacha games that get overrated, right? But I genuinely think ZZZ is kind of underrated, I do. I don't get all the hate it gets. You know what I mean? Like, because I see it across the board. So many people shit on ZZZ, and I'm like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. Yeah, I think it deserves a bit more love.
Let me put it this way. ZZZ definitely disappointed nobody this year. However, it's just nothing remarkable. It's nothing like Uwa or the games above it on the list. Similarly,
See, because
Dragon
for
Ball-
me as well, Zenless, one aspect that Zenless has done well at since launch, in my opinion, is like events. I think they're probably one of the strongest games in the space in that regard. I think they do a really good job with events and stuff.
All Legends.
And I do genuinely think it is probably related to the fact that it's a Huyo game. Right? I think if ZZZ wasn't a Huyo game, I swear it'd get more love. Now, I'm not accusing Moose of like, well, that's the only reason he's not gassing it up so much. But I mean in general, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm being biased there, but I do. And this is coming from somebody. I'm not one of those people. I can't give a fuck. I don't see Huyo as the devil, or I don't see them as the next best, the next fucking coming of Jesus, you know what I mean? Because end of the day, it's just a company. If they give me good stuff, I'll enjoy it. When they don't give me good stuff, I don't enjoy it, right? But yeah, I do. I feel like if it came from another company, I think it genuinely probably would get a little bit more glaze.
Just the same old, I guess. My friend Zen has been trying
True,
to
Relden,
convince me
true.
that recent updates are good, but I'm just gonna put it in unremarkable to rage bait him. Before we get
Never
to the
played
upper
it.
tiers, I will also add Etheria Restart.
You also don't
to
like
this
ZZ.
appointment
That's fair. That's fair.
Because this game failed to meet 99% of player expectations and ended up with a pretty half-baked product that very little players are
what are we on here? Etheria Restart. Okay.
actively enjoying. This
Damn.
game was supposed to be the future of Gacha PvP.
Yeah, man. The excitement was real for this game, right? I remember playing the beta and being like, fuck, I think I'm really going to get into this game. And the curse of Gacha PvP carried over, right?
But
Yeah.
no, it's pretty mid. Also, Tower of Fantasy, because it's definitely OSing in a couple of years, I can feel it. I mean, out of complete honesty, putting this game right here, and it's here with any other game, is an absolute insult to every other game. No, removing the
Damn.
Gacha did not help. Actually... There we go. Now let's get to the really
Shit.
praiseworthy games. First off, one of the newest Gacha games, Chaos Zero Nightmare. While I
Yes.
actually already quit this game, it is not because of anything like bad content, bad gameplay, or bad story. The game has incredibly fun gameplay, and the story has a lot of potential, and it already is super huge in the Gacha market. However, it has RNG gear, and as soon as I experienced a glimpse of it, I just wanted to go jump off a bridge. Chaos Zero Nightmare is an amazing future, and has already had an amazing year. But I'm not going to be experiencing it because I'm not about to
That's
play
fair.
the gameplay
That's fair.
equivalent of bashing your head
CZN's
off
a great game.
wall repeatedly ever
But also,
again. Fate
RNG
Grand
gear.
Order also had some
Fair.
great updates this year. Specifically, the summer event was really good. I mean, there's not much else to say. It just did what it does every year, just much bigger. And now let's get into the glaze-worthy Gacha games of 2025. Starting off to nobody's surprise,
Okay.
the mobile game of the year, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Deserved win, nothing else to say. They have the most addictive Gacha package known to man, and it worked very well. They have amazing story.
See, like for me, right? Yeah, I know some people will disagree heavily here because I know we've got some Pretty Derby fans. I think this is a great game. It is. And for a small amount of time, I really enjoyed it. It's just not for me. It took me a week or two to realise that I was just like, yeah, Umusume is just not for me. Do you know what I mean? It is a great game. I can objectively look at it right and say it's a good game. It is, but it's just personally not for me. Right? It's just one of those things. I just because I am not into it, I'll never stand there and go, yeah, game sucks, because I just don't think it does. It's just doesn't connect with me really. It's, you know, it happens, doesn't it, sometimes?
Stories, super addictive gameplay, but unfortunately it's just not for me because I only really care about combat gachas. Limbus Company has had one of the best tiers atop the charts on Steam, and most importantly had a collab with Arknights, which was simply absolute peak. They added the extreme mirror dungeons to band-aid the bad endgame situations for a while, and it seems our Lord and Savior KJH wants to add more endgame content. I would love for that to be the case because it would be just even more opportunities for Limbus Company glaze. Definitely a glaze-worthy game. However, I never expected to like the next game
Merry
as much
Christmas
as
to
I
you
do.
as well.
Reverse 1999 hit me like a truck with how good it is. As
Yes.
soon as I started this game about
This collab was fucking awesome.
a month ago, I fully fell in love, and honestly,
collab
I
was
would
awesome.
even say it's getting close to Arknights and Battle Cats and how
Honestly, this was one of my favourite collabs. I think they did a really good job with this collaboration. It was, and this is a game that's just gorgeous. It's just fucking gorgeous, right? Aesthetically, I think it might be the best in the space from an art point of view. Like, it's just, oh man, game, oh, it's fucking beautiful.
good
It really
is.
is.
I even like it more than Limbus Company. If you're someone who's here for the Arknights and Limbus Company glaze, you absolutely have to try out Reverse 1999. It's had amazing updates this year, like the War Room and the Reveries in the Rain, and the Assassin's Creed collab. It's super
combat-wise, obviously, it's got nowhere near the depth of something like Arknights. But it's a great game. It's just a great game. It's just worth checking out, man. I really do. I can't advocate enough for you to check out Reverse 1999. It's not going to be for everybody, because I'm sure you'll get into the combat and be like, yeah, it's ain't for me, but it's such a gem. It's such a gem.
To be friendly, the gear system is barely RNG, if at all. Keep going, Reverse 1999 devs, because I will definitely be glazing this game next year as well. And of course, Battle Cats and Arknights are also in this tier as well.
Let's go.
Arknights is mostly here because of the Masses Travels event, one of the biggest highlights of the year with Lemu and Exu, as well as the very recently released...
It doesn't even need to mention the events for me, man. You know? It's just peak. It's just peak.
Integrated strategies iteration. Arknights continues to have peak content. Battle Cats also had amazing content this year, like a Bucky collab, and the 11th anniversary
Shit,
is
it had a
probably
Bucky
even better
collab.
than
Okay.
the 10th. And finally, Enfield is also in this tier, because I am absolutely...
Boys, we got a good in here. We got a good in here, lads. We got a good in. Somebody knows quality. Somebody knows quality here. To be fair, though, like I say, man, we know Moose has got base takes, man, when it comes to gacha games, in my opinion. You know, again, maybe the bottom end of the tier. I can't really quote because I ain't played them games this year, but yeah, Reverse 1999, great. Arknights, yes. Enfield, yes. You know, Limbus as well. What that we've played of it is still an amazing experience. What I experienced the first couple of hours of the game, which we are going to continue doing that as well.
In love with this beta currently, and I'm definitely ready to glaze it when it drops on January 2nd of 2026. It will definitely be the #1 of my best gacha games of 2026 video. I am calling it right now.
Let's go.
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Enjoy the expansion.
We will be there. Apparently, though, I don't actually like Arknights or Enfield. I saw some people saying that as well. Bro, just wasn't happy with the views he was getting on Wura, so he decided to pivot and start shitting on Wura for the Arknights fandom. It's like, because yeah, that's, you know, that's because that's exactly what they want, right? It just happens to be, oh, shucks, shock horror, a good fucking game, right? Who'd have thought? You can't stop playing that game for something else. There's no way you can. No way. What? You can't like other games more than that. You're supposed to quit the other games for this. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, man. Again, as somebody who glazes the fuck out of Arknights all the time, man, I'm here for that list. Enfield as well. I'm here for it. Again, special mentions for Reverse 1999 because that's another game for me that I think is incredibly underrated. We said ZZZ feels like it's overhated and slightly underrated. No, I don't think Reverse 1999 is hated in any metric, but he's incredibly underrated. Actually, ridiculously underrated, that game. And it's because of the gameplay loop, right? I get it. But man, it's another game for me that's like Arknights, right? A lot of people look at it and go, what the fuck? And until you play it, whew, you know, it just opens your mind. Yeah, good list. Base takes.